Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Warning. Taking heat damage. Warning, hull breach attack. Taking internal damage. Module malfunction. Module malfunction. Hull integrity compromised. Warning, taking heat damage. Warning, hull breach attack. Taking internal damage. Module malfunction. Warning. Temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Warning. Taking heat damage.
Alliance Admiral murdered by League of Reparation. A member of the Council of Admirals, which commands the Alliance Defense Force, has been murdered. The League of Reparation has claimed responsibility. Fleet Admiral Tully McBuchanan was traveling to a naval ceremony at Lathe Station when his private vessel was attacked and destroyed. The Admiral's personal staff and the ship's crew were also killed. Moments later, the following message was transmitted to news feeds across the galaxy. We do not forget the crimes of the INRA. We do not forgive those who carry their guilt. For Jameson, Chief Inspector Kate Gilbride, a founding member of the Tri-Superpower Task Force investigating the League, delivered the following statement. We are treating this attack as an act of terrorism from the League of Reparation. Fleet Admiral Buchanan's family history verifies that one of his forebears was a senior commander in the INRA prior to settling down on Lathe over a century ago. We are working to identify the attackers, who somehow managed to avoid local security forces. There's evidence to suggest that the League's assassins are being aided by sympathetic individuals in positions of influence. Our investigation continues. The Alliance Assembly released a joint statement. This is a sickening and cowardly act of aggression that has cost us dearly. Such a brutal assault on our people and values cannot go unpunished. Commodore Riri McAllister spoke on behalf of the Alliance Defense Force. A replacement member for the Council of Admirals will soon be appointed. In the meantime, we are doing all we can to support the task force in tracking down these criminals. Week in review. Here are this week's major stories. There has been widespread disquiet over recent reports that Thargoid ships have been encountered in the core systems. Admiral Aidan Tanner, Chief Military Liaison for Aegis, addressed these concerns, saying, "Reports that the Thargoids are encroaching upon the core systems en masse are grossly overstated. The enemy is contained." Meanwhile, a multi-agency task force investigating the League of Reparation, the organization responsible for the murder of Senator Nestor Cartesius, has made significant progress. Captain Niam Sutonia of the IISS confirmed that the League is better organized and more widely spread than first suspected, and that all evidence points to an extremely committed group. The Empire has announced plans to construct a new Riker-class prison ship in the Veroclist system. Once complete, the ship will house criminals who accepted a period of imperial slavery in lieu of a jail sentence, but who have proved to be too dangerous or unstable for such corrective punishment. The Moritas Gus Imperial Corporation is overseeing the initiative. Finally, the Utopia campaign to construct a military installation in its home system has now concluded. Many traders delivered a huge quantity of construction material to Bobgo City, which will be used to build defenses for the Sim Archive. Other independent pilots protected the operation by eliminating pirate vessels, and those are the main stories this week. New prisoner facilities in Veroclist. The Empire has announced plans to construct a new Riker-class prison ship in the Veroclist system. Once complete, the ship will house criminals who accepted a period of imperial slavery in lieu of a jail sentence, but who have proved to be too dangerous or unstable for such corrective punishment. The Moritas Gus Imperial Corporation,
Incoming mission-critical message.
which is overseeing the initiative, has placed an open order for Imperial slaves and non-lethal weapons, promising to reward pilots who deliver these commodities to Val Kaler's vision in the Veroclist system. The organization has also placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list, to ensure those contributing commodities to the campaign can do so safely. Moritas Gus Imperial Corporation spokesperson, Superintendent Arnold Cochran released the following statement. "We are pleased the Empire has awarded us this contract, and we look forward to the first ships arriving with our new guests. The campaign begins on the 10th of May 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately." Utopia campaign concludes. The Utopia campaign to construct a military installation in its home system has now concluded. Many traders delivered a huge quantity of construction material to Bobgo City, which will be used to build defenses for the Sim Archive. Other independent pilots protected the operation by eliminating pirate vessels. Utopia's spokesperson, Dr. Lee Constantinides, expressed her gratitude. On behalf of Utopia, I would like to thank everyone who worked so hard to support this project. We hope that this will safeguard the SIM archive for the benefit of all our descendants. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their awards from Bobco City, in the Nari system. Starport Status Update. This report presents the latest data on starports experiencing technical issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. The following starports are currently closed. Bear Settlement, HIP 32350. Bow Orbital, Abast Sumo. Dantec Enterprise, Socho. Edmundson Station, Leave. Extra Refinery, Azrael. Ford Hub, Karga. Hutton Dock, Karga. Hureshi Enterprise, Karga. Ramus R&R, Cardia. Rennie Hub, Urua. Sheikh Mines, Agarama. Singer Orbital, Matsia. Solovyev Colony, Karkinas. Thomas Claim, Talin. Walker Port, HIP 14886. Zindel Enterprise, Wagino. Zindel Laboratory, Linksys Sector DQI, C-15. The following starports continue to experience technical issues. Sturcow Port, SPOCS 253. Surrey Gateway, Vasuvit. Meanwhile, the following starports are on the brink of closure. Bobco City, Nari. Hind Mine, T-Tori. Landsteiner Orbital, Bok. Regio Montana Stock, Chapernaru. Salgari Enterprise, Moore. Tiger Lily Maryland Pleasure Dome, Cardia. Woolley Orbital, Chernobog. Aegis responds to concern over Thargoid incursions. There has been widespread disquiet over recent reports that Thargoid ships have been encountered in the core systems. The level of anxiety is exemplified by political spokesperson Councillor Rasmus Seng, who said, "For months now, communities in the core systems have been living in a state of fear, wondering which will be the next to be targeted. The Thargoids have been striking at starports in the region one by one, and nobody is able to stop them. Why are the powers doing so little? Where are our defenses, our fleets? Surely the core systems cannot be so vulnerable." Admiral Aidan Tanner, Chief Military Liaison for Aegis, directly addressed these concerns. Reports that the Thargoids are encroaching upon the core systems en masse are grossly overstated. Although they have crossed the threshold, all we have seen so far are localized incidents in fringe systems. This is not a full-scale invasion, and it does not warrant large fleet movements of the kind that have been suggested. Rest assured, the enemy is contained. There is no need for panic. Courageous independent pilots, armed with Aegis technology, are doing a superb job at halting the Thargoids' progress. It's to be expected that we suffer occasional losses in this conflict, but these do not indicate an impending catastrophe. Covert organization discovered. The Imperial Internal Security Service has discovered that the murderer of Senator Nestor Cartesius was acting on behalf of a secret organization. Captain Niam Sutonia, leading the IISS investigation into Cartesius's death, made this statement. "We had determined Senator Cartesius was killed by a nerve toxin, and that whoever administered it was trained in circumventing security. Our leads pointed to an ex-member of the Imperial Guard now operating as a freelance assassin. We tracked her to her hideout, where she resisted arrest. Unfortunately, in the subsequent exchange of gunfire, we had no choice but to eliminate the assassin. Examination of the killer's communication equipment confirmed that she was hired and deliver the Ford Jameson message. Her employers identified themselves as the League of Reparation. It seems that the motive was indeed revenge. The League's avowed goal is to secure justice for the victims of the INRAS crimes. We are now widening our investigation and
Docking request granted.
establishing a task force. The says will uncover this organization and eradicate it before it can commit further atrocities. When asked if anyone connected to the INRA might be at risk, Captain Sutonia replied, "That is a distinct possibility. If the League of Reparation is targeting the descendants of those involved in the INRA's activities, there are potentially thousands who may be targeted, and not just in the Empire. To that end, I have already made contact with my counterparts in the Federation and the Alliance, and invited them to work with our task force." Defending the SIM archive. The Utopia commune has launched a project to build a military installation in its home system to defend the SIM archive from potential Thargoid attack. Dr. Lee Constantinides, a spokesperson for Utopia, made this announcement. Following recent observations by the respected strategist Marquis Novantico, we accept that the SIM archive requires increased protection to prevent its knowledge from falling into the wrong hands. Our partner organization, Benaria Justice Party, is therefore
Lighting gear deployed.
overseeing the construction of a new security installation. We beseech the galactic community to support this worthy endeavor. Independent pilots are requested to deliver construction materials to Bobco City in the Nari system. To protect traders, the Benaria Justice Party has also placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list operating in the system. The campaign begins on the 3rd of May 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Vadimo Patrons of Law campaign concludes. The Vadimo Patrons of Law has announced that its campaign has received the unalloyed support of the galactic community. Hundreds of pilots supported the campaign by delivering commodities to Sikorsky Station, and by eliminating agitators in Vadimo, thereby protecting traders participating in the initiative. The delivered goods will be used to throw an elaborate party for the people of Vadimo. The Vadimo Patrons of Law has extended its gratitude to those who supported the campaign. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from Sikorsky Station, in the Vadimo system. Antal's pessimism triggers backlash. Many key figures have contested Pranav Antal's suggestion that humanity could lose the conflict against the Thargoids. Federal Shadow President Felicia Winters commented, "It's surprising to hear such a dystopian prediction from the leader of Utopia. I know Antal's heart is in the right place when he talks about preparing for the far future, but our focus should be on the present.